It is my honor to introduce you today to Colleen McNeese. In 2018, Colleen attended the training to become a Pathways Ambassador. Now, this was important because Pathways rolled out about September or December of 2017. And Lord knows it was new in Arizona. We needed all the help we could get. There have been many changes to Pathways since that rollout and her role as ambassador. And she likes to explore and learn all she can about this educational program. Although she does not know everything in this ever-changing program, today she's going to share some of this knowledge that she's learned with us today. Please help me welcome Colleen to the lectern. Oh, time on this is 15 to 20 minutes speech.
Trying to get my
This is
screen.
right, what, 5
Okay.
7?
No.
15 to 20.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mean one.
And for everyone's edification, when Colleen is done with her presentation, I'll have everything downloaded. This will go up to our YouTube channel for us to look as a resource later on.
All right, I think I've got the screen share.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our wonderful guest, Dave. Thank you for being here. As Lisa so nicely said, them two try to be an ambassador for Pathways. Oops, my Pathways did not log in. Give me one moment. We have tried, Lisa and I, to get the clicker to work. It does not work in here for some reason.
Do you want me to try mine?
You did try yours that one time. Did it work for you that day?
Mm-hmm.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Trying a new tool already.
Hands-free.
It's not letting me log in even to Pathways.
You got an open port?
I think so. May not work at all if I can't log in, right? Can't log in here. I love being at home. There we go. Woo-hoo. Third time's the charm. Look at you. This is the exact one I have. It doesn't work. Like, why? Just when you're trying to do something, you know it won't work, right? So what is Pathways all about? This is a question and answer speech. So in a Q&A speech, you are allowed to ask questions, and they recommend to ask the questions at the end of the speech. We're not doing that. I would forget my question by the time I got to the end of the speech. So if you raise your hand, please help me watch for Denisha, everybody, in case she raises her hand. If you have a question, ask it while it's fresh in your mind. To me, Pathways is like a cheap college course. It's a continuous educational journey. Do I have to be decorous? I can do whatever I want. Proper balance. I try to break things. When I'm in here, what are they going to do to me? Take away my birthday if I break it? I feel they can have a few of my birthdays. Go for it. Take a few. One thing in retirement, it has helped me keep my mind sharper to go in here and play with it. But this is your journey. What do you want on your journey? Where are you going? Is it a possibility of achievement? Are you going to put something on your resume to get that wanted raise? Do you want to be a speaker out in the world on a public stage? Take a moment. Just reflect. What are your goals? What are your wishes? Do you wish to practice and improve your communication and leadership skills? Challenge yourself here. Build the certain competency, I can't talk today, and skills you wish. For some of us, it's to be of service to others. I'm not working towards a raise. I'm retired. I'm working with young people. Running 2 youth groups has been a challenge for me. They are fun. If you haven't, they reinvigorate you. Try something like that. find a new dream. You made me want a new dream. I gave you each a handout because, believe it or not, Lisa, I found it. They have 11 paths. The old material in Toastmasters International talks about 10 paths. The 11th is the path that Bob Wallstead got me into, and I'm never going to forgive him. Engaging humor. I am not a humorous person. He's humorous. He needs to take that one. And I've given you all the copy of a handout on the paths. You should have those. All right, so let's get started. When you go in and go to base camp, I don't think I can scroll down with this though, can you?
You should be able to. Oh, scroll down. No, do you want me to operate that for you?
Oh, you're a sweetheart. This woman. You know, this is what it's all about. You know, when Lisa was talking earlier about questions and how to evolve, and what was the word you used? I wrote them on this sheet. Hang on here. I love that saying she said. No, you said, oh, I didn't write it on here. Anyway, she said something about questions and, oh yes, it was open-ended questions that fit with this, and also the grace. Giving each other grace, because this is not easy, right?
Right.
Help each other more than once. I forget things multiple times. So when you bless you, Denisha.
Thank you.
You go to base camp, you can see where Lisa took us into base camp. Thank you so much, Lisa. And I'm a member of 4 clubs. At one time, you remember I was a member of 7. No, only 4 now. That's enough. And I'm planning on leaving one of those. Because someone put me in and I didn't ask. But these are specialized paths. Each path you get into, and we're going to go into WeSerV Speakers today. Would you click on WeSerV for me, Lisa, please? All right. So when you're in WeSerV Speakers, the first path I chose was free. Every one of you that's newer, Denisha, Esther, you got a free path, right? From then on, the paths are $20 a piece. And Lisa will open the paths and learning transcript, please. All right. There's the engaging humor right top, front, and center. Every content can be real challenging and robust, which I think is fun. You can develop more than 300 competencies in here. Blogging, which Lisa's going to help me with, she promised. I'm going to do that. Will be victorious in her teaching me new things. I love learning new things. She helped me put a little screen blocker on the computer today. I was tickled with it. How do you answer questions effectively? Have you ever had a heckler in the audience? Someone who's making it difficult to speak? In here, you're taught to go place your hand on their shoulder while you're talking, just nicely. It kind of cools them down sometimes. And maybe whisper in their ear, can we take this up after the meeting? There's little key tips in here under visionary communication that help with this. I know we're not moving much around in here right now, but this will help you with your speaking strengths. And it also shows me my weaknesses quite often. But I've learned to be flexible. That is why I have so many paths open. Sometimes I don't want to go into engaging humor. And I've had team collaboration. That was the first path I've opened. I've completed 2 other paths and still had that one hanging out because that's the blog. There's some things in there that are more challenging for me, but it's resourceful and I will get there. There are other things in here like videos to help you through. Please play in here. Try to break it. That's my main goal. Is I was in FEMA for 25 years, and part of my goal every time they developed a new system was, Colleen, see what you can break. And there was like 40 of us in the room trying to see what we could break. And we put jokes in there. We talked about our blonde leader and put blonde jokes in there. And 3 days before the program, they decided we put enough money into it. It was going to roll out as it was, broken or not. So we were in there all night long, taking out the blonde jokes. Anything we said about Tandy had to go. But there's a magazine archive in here. We'll get back to that later. But there's so much in this website that you can just touch and play with. Have you ever forgot your password? You can reset your password. If you need help with this, I know Lisa worries because she's not here a lot, but damn, this woman's amazing. And I'm going to swear in the meeting. If you need help, reach out to her, ask her a question. She always gets back to me. So helpful. You have no idea how much we appreciate you, young lady. You're the grace of this club. You really are. Hey, you talked about it, I get to use it.
It's true.
Every path has a minimum of 14 projects. Pick a path, Lisa, please, and open the.
I'm gonna pick your double.
No, my double, engaging humor. But I made it through level 1, except for the evaluation and feedback portion.
That's true.
If she clicks on the left-hand side where it says level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, any one of those.
We'll go to level 2, you're already on level 1.
Okay, so she can see where I'm at. I finished level 2 before level 1. Almost no, I didn't. There's one to go. Sometimes I jump around. Somebody asked me, can I jump around? Yes. But can Lisa or Ray approve it? No,
No,
not until I finish the one before. So I can jump around different paths. I can jump around to different levels, but it's not going to be done until it's all the way through. And if you look on the elective projects for me, Lisa, there on level 5, there's electives that we were talking about earlier. I hope you can see them. If the leadership one, that could be running a youth club. That high performance leadership could be helping with something in the district. Like a couple, thank you, Lisa. She's making it larger for our eyes. Mine can hardly see that. Moderating a panel discussion. Ethical leadership. Kind of goes with our decorous word of the day today. Leading in a volunteer organization. I'm running a Girl Scout troop right now. Me and those kids, I like the little ones. Every path has just 14 of different topics. Preparing to speak professionally. There's so many opportunities in here. How to connect with others. I'm gonna pause a minute here to see if you have any questions. Anybody? You have to complete 10 of the required projects plus 4 electives when you select a path. Like I said, this is like a college course, but for 65, is it still $65? No, $20 for a path.
$20 per path.
$20 for a path. So it's still pretty reasonable when you think of taking a college class and buying all the books and the materials. Yes.
And what I read is that they're also updating this whole interface. So next year it'll be more mobile friendly than it is now. So if you need to do anything while you're on the go on your phone or a tablet, it'll be easier to do.
I read that too. There was something new coming. Thank you.
You said there were 10 required courses, was it? And 4 something else?
10 required projects and 4 electives.
Per
So each
pathway.
path, like level
Actually, I
1,
think-
you can see there's 3 and electives. Level 2, how many is there, Lisa?
There's no electives in level 1 and 2. You've got
Oh,
your
that's right.
Okay, that's.
or your 3 speeches, then the evaluation in level 1 itself is actually considered a speech, even though it's only 2 to 3 minutes, and then you're evaluated on how you evaluate that presentation. Level 2 has 3 in this one, engaging humor. And then it has a separate section that you'll see in your pathways that will be an introduction to pathways mentoring, which is different. It's a path by itself. It's not required, but it's really fun to take.
They
I
are
enjoyed
fun.
it.
They are fun.
In level 3, that's where the electives start. That's why you see arrows on the left-hand side menu that I've got with Colleen, but they're over to the right. That shows that there's electives there.
Right, if you view the details under the electives. There's the electives that I've chosen so far. There's either little check mark by the 2. That's 2 that I've chosen. How many are required at the top, Lisa? There's a little,
Minimum required are 2,
okay, so I've made the minimum, but
and
that
there's
doesn't mean.
13 in here.
Right, that doesn't mean if I don't have a speech or I have a speech that I think will fit in one of the others, I can grab it and say, I want to do understanding vocal variety. Active listening. I can pick more than just the required 2. Especially, this is what I was saying when they said our club is going to try to do pocket speeches.
Mhm.
What if I have a pocket speech that fits better in here than in my other path part, the mandatory 2 or 3?
I would also look on the right side where it says launch, not just by the ones that Colleen has completed, the 2. The other ones, like using descriptive language, she already activated that. She didn't use it yet. She could. So just because you've activated 2 doesn't mean you have to go with them. You can go with something completely different.
And that's where we're going. Thank you, Lisa. That bounces right into choose descriptive language for me, or storytelling. Let's take storytelling. Launch that, please.
Where the heck is that?
Up 3rd one down, I believe.
Oh, there it is.
Isn't it?
Connect with storytelling.
Okay. I love telling stories. You guys know this, whether it's a story about a disaster or my grandkids, they're a disaster sometimes. But when she launches this, I'm gonna wait, it's kind of slow today.
There we go.
All right, so please click see the arrow on the right? She's gonna go right, and there's gonna be a video, click past him.
Yeah, because it's 7 minutes.
Yeah, like I said, there's lots of videos, but then there's one more. There's usually a assessment survey. That's
You've
what I'm
probably
looking
gone
for.
too far for it. So you skip, so on the bottom menu, you can skip around in here. If it's your first time through, I don't recommend it, but you can assess your skills before, which
Right.
you really should.
That's the one that you really pick. Where do I feel first before I give the speech? How do I feel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an engaging story, enthusiasm when telling the story, on and on and on. I think there's 5 questions. Some of them now have 7 questions.
Okay.
But at the end, there's one that assess your skills after. It's the same questions, but do you feel better after you've given this speech? And you have to complete that assessment before Lisa or Ray can approve you in your pocket. So you take it before you give the speech, you take it after you give the speech. So you can jump around, but you must take these assessments. If you forget your
Assessment?
no, what's called? He forgets his password. I wanted to quickly show you. Can you find your password real quick, Lisa? See that little gadget bot? You go to my account. And you can set your password down here, I believe, right?
Mm-mm.
No. you
This
have
is
to-
this is the area where you manage your club roles, so
Oh,
that way you know
that's
where
right.
they're at. You'd have to go back to Toastmasters.org and log into your profile
But don't
and
put in
change
a
your
password.
password.
Yeah, do not put in a password. There's a button that says change my password and it'll send you an email. And you'll have a new
I think
password.
it's under preferences, isn't it?
The one thing everyone asks me every once in a while is how do I scan my evaluation and attach it before you do that assessment and have Lisa approve it? Here's a little cheat sheet for you. And I'll email it to you, Denisha. This little document. Lisa goes back to where we came in. Under when you first log in, I don't know if it'll take me by Colleen McNeese. Home. Yes, right there. Scroll down a little bit for me, Lisa, please. If you see the place that says My Documents, click on that. Now I've saved my evaluation that, let's say, Denisha gives me today. I've saved it to my desktop when you email it to me. This is a level 4 speech. So I go to the level 4, and this is where naming is critical. Because all level 4s, for every path, engaging humor, you can see that I put AH in the front. VC for visual communication. EH, everyone has a title that I hope, at first when I started this, I wasn't really good about leveling, putting it right. But if you need help with that, and then you add a file up there, attach the document. You can open it, look at it later. That way I always have my evals and I don't have to save all this paper that I'm really good about killing trees with. So I select the file. grab it from my desktop, which is so much there. You don't want any of those, Lisa. And cancel it, please. Don't attach Martin to it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that is all the ways to attach your file. I hope that cheat sheet helps you. If you haven't already started in Pathways, it's the best way to learn about the program. Like I said, go in and see if you can break it. I dare you. There's so much more, but this is a touch on Pathways 101, let's call it. Do we have any more questions? Q&A, we went. You're probably spinning right now. I was the first time I went through this, but Lisa and I are available. I'm usually here at the meetings. Next week I will not be here. But I'm going to South Dakota to play grandbabies, but Lisa's around. Like I said, she is a jewel. She can help you with anything. She is signed up as Denisha and Esther's mentor as well as I am. We're co-mentoring. How's that? So if we can help in any way, and if you find this online, because Lisa's really good about putting these online for us. Ask if there's any questions. That's all I have. Yes.
So I do have a question. So let's say that you give a speech and then then you have somebody who does the evaluation, but you never collect the evaluation. I think I'd asked you that before. So when we do the little paper, could we use that if it's been so long ago? If we have the
Mhm.
person who evaluated us up front, could we use that or how?
Yes, you can use that.
Okay.
Yes, we can
All right.
attach that. And when we do a round robin, sometimes you'll notice I type it all up and then send it to you or to
Mm.
whomever.
Mhm.
I listen to everybody's eval piece, and that way you have an eval to put in your pack.
Got it.
Yeah,
So you
it'll
have
take either a PDF or a JPEG, so.
Got it.
Good point. Thank you so much for all your help, Lisa. I'm glad you made me show me how that will work.